If you're still carrying around that oversized old school wallet or purse, and you wish that technology would catch up so you could put all of your loyalty cards, membership cards, and credit cards inside of your phone where they belong, then you're in luck because that day's today. Stick around, I got you covered. I'm Dylan Stewart, the MacWhisperer, and today we're kicking off a multi-part series all about the Apple Wallet ecosystem. We're going to talk about the Apple Wallet, Apple Pay, Apple Cash, the Apple Card, and much more. Together, all of these tools can replace your physical wallet and make payments faster, more secure, and way more convenient. Today, we're starting with the foundation, the Apple Wallet itself. Make sure to stick around for my MacWhisperer Power Tip, where I reveal a tool that makes it easy to take all your documents and store them on your phone, even if they won't properly fit inside of the Apple Wallet. If you'd like to follow along with today's lesson, grab your free SmartGuide from the description or from the QR code on your screen. This SmartGuide will walk you step by step through everything we're going to cover today. To get us started, let's learn a little bit about the Apple Wallet ecosystem. This is the first video in a series where we're going to dive deep into each of these separate pieces. But to make sure everything makes sense, it's helpful to know how they fit together. Today's video is going to focus on the Apple Wallet itself. The Apple Wallet is an application on all of your Apple devices where all of the other tools we're going to talk about live. In addition to that, there's something called Apple Pay. Apple Pay is an easy way to make payments from any of your Apple devices using your own credit cards. A lot of people think that you need to have an Apple credit card or run things through your Apple account in order to use Apple Pay, but that's not true. You can add almost any debit card or credit card into the Apple Wallet, making it available for Apple Pay, where you can click a single button on your devices and pay for stuff without taking your wallet out of your pocket and without taking your cards out of your wallet. It's a super helpful tool, and we'll talk more about it in this video. There's also the Apple Card. Apple created their own credit card a few years ago. It's got amazing rewards and perks, and it works perfectly with the Apple Wallet. By using the Apple Card in the Apple Wallet, not only can you use it for Apple Pay, but you can also track purchases and orders and make payments on your credit card at will right from the Apple Wallet. It is not a necessity to have the Apple Card to use the Apple Wallet or to use Apple Pay, but it is a nice perk. And lastly, we've got something called Apple Cash. Apple Cash is an escrow service like Venmo, where you can make and receive payments from other Apple users. Apple Cash is a convenient way to send money to any Apple user, and Apple Cash is the way that the Apple Card pays for its rewards. Whenever you purchase something using the Apple Card, the rewards are deposited same day into your Apple Cash account in the Apple Wallet. So between the Apple Wallet itself, Apple Pay, which allows you to make payments with cards from the wallet, the Apple Card, which is Apple's own credit card, or Apple Cash, which is a convenient way to send and receive money between any Apple users and a great place to save money from your Apple Card rewards, you've got the entire Apple Wallet ecosystem in one piece. Today we're going to focus specifically on the wallet, but all of the other pieces are a part of the wallet, and you'll hear a little bit about each of them today. What exactly is the Apple Wallet? Well, the Apple Wallet is the app that lives on all of your Apple devices, and it gives you immediate access to any cards that you've added and any movie tickets, airline tickets, concert tickets, or loyalty cards all in one place. It's a super valuable tool. But in order to really understand how to use it, we'll need to start off in the Settings app right here. Once you open the Settings app, scroll down until you see Wallet and Apple Pay near the bottom and click on it. Here you'll find all of the settings for your wallet and Apple Pay. Up at the top, we've got basic permissions for Siri, for search, for notifications, for live activities, and cellular data. Down below that, you've got a section for Apple Pay defaults. This is an important section, so let's click on it and take a look around. Up at the top, we get to choose which credit card is our default credit card. That means when you trigger Apple Pay, which card pops up first. By coming in here, you can choose any of your cards to make them the default card. My recommendation is set the card you use the most as your default card. You can always change it on a purchase-by-purchase basis. Down below that, you've got your shipping address, email, and phone number. It's very helpful to have your shipping address information in here so that when you purchase something with Apple Pay, it can enter that information for you. Down below, we'll see some of the card benefits and offers. The ability to see pay later options, rewards, and offers can be turned on or off. Scrolling down, there's two very important pieces that we don't want to miss. The first one is the ability to allow payments on your Mac. This means that you can validate Apple Pay payments from your phone on your computer if your computer does not have a fingerprint sensor. In addition to that, the setting right here is one of the most important ones for Apple Pay. The double-click side button is an essential tool to quickly get into Apple Pay. We'll talk more about that in a few moments. Scrolling down a little bit further in this section, you'll see an option for Apple Cash. You should turn that on and set that up even if you haven't ever used it before. It'll make it easy for you to send money to or from any recipient. Right here, you'll see my Apple Cash card and its current balance, which is 0. Down below that, we'll find all of the credit cards that I've added to my Apple Wallet so that I can use them with Apple Pay. Scrolling down, we'll also see a section called Autofill Cards. This is a section where you can select which credit cards you want to have autofill in Safari or on other websites or apps. Down below that, you'll see a section which will allow you to add a transit card. If you have a bus card, a train card, a subway station card, you can add it so you don't need to juggle it and it can live inside of your Apple Wallet. Below that, we've got something that says Hide Expired Passes. There are things called passes inside the wallet. They can be movies that you've seen or airline tickets or concerts, and those passes expire after the date of that event. You can hide them here or you can have them shown in the main window. Showing all of your expired passes will make it really hard to find the movie ticket you're looking for, but it's nice to be able to look through it so you can choose whether you want to keep that hidden or not. I recommend leaving it hidden, and I'll show you a way in a few minutes to access all of those expired passes. And lastly, at the bottom, we've got a section for order tracking. Order tracking has been enhanced with the new iOS 26 update. In this section, you'll have the option to turn on Apple Pay order tracking. This means any purchases that you make through Apple Pay, it'll track the shipment and make it easier for you to find that purchase when it arrives. Down below that, you'll see an option for email. This is new in iOS 26, and if you turn this on, whenever there are orders inside of your email, they'll get added to the Apple Wallet so that you can track them easily, even if you didn't use Apple Pay to purchase that product. These are really helpful settings that make sure that your Apple Pay is going to work properly and easily the first time. Now let's talk about the Apple Wallet app and how to use it. You'll find the Apple Wallet app on your home screen. You can search for it if need be by tugging down from the middle of your screen and typing the first couple of letters of the word wallet. When you see it here, go ahead and open it up. The Apple Wallet has several different sections, and we'll talk about each of them briefly. In the upper right-hand corner, you'll see these 3 dots. Clicking on the 3 dots will allow you to move between different sections. Here you can track all of the orders that you've recently made. You can see that I've got an Amazon order on its way to me and an order from Printer Studio on its way to me. Coming back to the 3 dots, you'll also see something called pre-authorized payments. This is for reoccurring payments or subscriptions that you've added through Apple Pay. If you've set up installments with some of the Pay Later apps, you'll find those installments right here, letting you know when your next payment is going to come through. Going back to the 3 dots, we'll also see the autofill section. This is the same as what we saw in settings. This is the ability to take any of the cards in your Apple Wallet and make sure they autofill in Safari or in other apps. Coming back to the 3 dots, you'll see a section here for expired passes. We'll talk more about passes in a moment, and we'll come to that section when we do. And down at the bottom, you'll find your notification settings. Clicking on this will allow you to get notifications when transactions happen, when certain orders are made, when pre-authorized payments are due, when there are new features, or when there are offers and promotions. I leave it up to you what you want to turn on or off in the notification section. And now we're inside the app itself. Up at the top, we've got a plus button. This plus button makes it really easy for you to add credit cards, debit cards, transit cards, or even driver's license and ID cards. Up at the top, you'll see a section called Cards Found for You. These are cards that are already on your other Apple devices but haven't been added to your phone yet. You can add them from right here if you like. Down below that, you can click Debit or Credit Card, which gives you several options of ways to add a credit card in. Go ahead and click Continue. If your credit card has a chip like this one, you can hold it right onto your phone and it will read the card and add it into your Apple Wallet just like that. There are some new features with iOS 26 that you may want to pay attention to as you set up your card. Once it's added the card, it will offer to add it to other Apple devices, which you can do right from here. I'm going to add it later. Now you can choose whether to set this card as the default card or not. And your card will be added to your Apple Wallet where you can use it to make any kind of payment using Apple Pay. In addition to adding credit cards in this area, you can also add driver's license and ID cards if you live in the supporting areas that you see on the screen. Simply come into your state, click on it, and follow the steps in order to add your driver's license into your Apple Wallet. In the near future, Apple will also add the ability to add passports and other travel documents into the wallet. Now, looking at the separate sections, there's two parts of the Apple Wallet. Up at the top, we've got our credit cards. Down below, we've got our passes. We'll start with the credit cards. Clicking on one of your credit cards will show you the most recent transactions you've made using Apple Pay, making it simple for you to know what you've spent recently from any given card. With some credit cards, you can even check your card balance right from the wallet here. Each of these separate cards is ready to be used for Apple Pay, and anything we do with Apple Pay is going to show up on these cards. Notice we've also got our Apple Cash card. Apple Cash is a way to transfer funds from one Apple user to another, or from the Apple Card rewards into your system. Apple Cash gets connected with your debit card, making it easy for you to pull money into Apple Cash or deposit money back into your bank. Once you've set up Apple Cash, it's easy to use it to send money to any Apple recipient. We'll talk more about that in its own separate video. Down below that, we've got the Apple Card. And the Apple Card, although not a necessity in order to use the Apple Wallet or Apple Pay, is a very helpful credit card that makes it easy for you to track your balance, make payments, keep on top of all of your interest and everything else right from this simple screen. The Apple Card offers same-day cash rewards, so when you purchase something, it immediately gets added over to your Apple Cash. We'll talk more about the Apple Card in its video. And down below, we've got our passes. Passes have a lot of different features. For example, you could get a pass for the movie you're going to go see and use it to scan in and sit down at your seat when you arrive at the theater. Or you might use a pass for an airline ticket for an upcoming trip. Holding onto this in your wallet makes it easy for you and your loved ones to all get on the plane without fussing around with a whole bunch of paper tickets. Or you might have a pass to an upcoming concert. This makes it easy for you to walk right into the theater, have them scan your ticket, and have you go find your seat. In addition to those kind of passes, you can also have passes for business services that you use, loyalty cards like Starbucks cards, or even cards to allow you to charge your electric vehicle. Most loyalty cards and membership cards can be added into the Apple Wallet, which we'll talk about more when we get into the video for that specific feature. But for now, just understand that passes are an easy way for you to store and organize movie tickets, airline tickets, concert tickets, or loyalty cards. Now let's talk about the most important part of the Apple Wallet, which is Apple Pay. As we talked about earlier, Apple Pay is an easy and simple way for you to take any of your debit or credit cards, or even loyalty and membership cards, and access them from your phone to make payments or to get into your theater. In order to engage that, we need to know how to get to the Apple Pay section of the wallet. You don't need to do it by coming into the app itself. It's not the way it's done. What you want to do is make sure that when you are in the settings section, you turned on the double-click side button option. Once that's done, all you have to do is click on this button on the side of your phone twice, quickly, like this, and you will immediately open up Apple Pay. This is the most common way that you're going to use Apple Pay. So when you're at the grocery store getting ready to pay for your groceries, instead of reaching for your wallet or reaching for your credit card, take your phone and double-click that side button. It will show you the default card first, but if you don't want to use your default card, no problem. Tap on the stack of cards below and choose any other card to make the payment. Once you've chosen your card, you'll hold it near the register and you'll double-click that side button to confirm the payment. Once that's done, you're paid and everything's taken care of. What really makes Apple Pay valuable is not the convenience of being able to pay for things without reaching for your wallet or your credit card. It's the security that's enabled as soon as you use Apple Pay. When you first add a credit card into Apple Pay, the credit card number is actually scrambled, and only Apple and the bank know what the real credit card number is, which means whenever you pay for something via Apple Pay, it's 100% secure and no hackers can infiltrate that transaction and steal your card number because Apple Pay doesn't even use your card number. When you're inside of the Apple Pay section, if you tap on the cards down below, you can even grab any of your loyalty cards to make a payment at Starbucks or at the local electric charging station. It's an easy thing to do, and as you add additional loyalty cards, membership cards, or credit cards in, you'll find that Apple Pay makes it easier for you to get to your cards quickly without having to reach for your wallet. So as you can see, the Apple Wallet ecosystem is a powerful set of tools that's going to make it so much easier for you to pay for those groceries, go see that movie, hop on that plane flight, or even access your membership cards and loyalty cards. In future videos, we'll go deeper into all of those separate pieces, but for now, there's just one more thing I want to talk about. Before I drop my MacWhisperer power tip, if you've already gotten great value from what you've learned today and you're excited about how to use your Apple Wallet and Apple Pay, give this video a thumbs up. That makes it so much easier for other people to find it. And if you've got a question, a comment, an innovative way that you're using the wallet, or something you hope I'll talk about in one of my future videos, drop it in the comments section. I love to hear from you guys, and I'm excited to see how you use the wallet. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, why not? It's time. Hit that subscribe button and that notify bell so you're always alerted whenever I drop new content. And with that being said, let's double click that side button and Apple Pay our way right into the power tip. The Apple Wallet is an amazing tool, and it's gotten more and more functionality as they've updated and upgraded it. But unfortunately, there are still certain kinds of documents that you can't add into the Apple Wallet. We're talking about things like your insurance card or your global entry card, your driver's license if you don't live in one of those states, or your passport. There are a ton of documents that you should have on your phone that can't live in the wallet because they're not made to. But it's easy for you to set up a way to find those documents. For this, we're going to need to open up the Photos app. Once you get into the app, go to the Collections tab down at the bottom. From here, click on the section that says Albums. Now create an album specifically for these important documents. Click the plus button in the upper right-hand corner and choose New Album and give it a title. You can use this photo album to add any kind of documents that you'd like to have access to on your phone. Think about the things that you need in an emergency. Make sure you've captured them here and captured them properly. Once you've given your album a name, click Create. The next thing we're going to do is open up our camera app. With the camera app open, you're going to get yourself focused on whatever the document is that you want to capture. Make sure you're holding it nice and straight and take a good overhead picture just like this. From there, click on the picture on the lower left-hand corner and then click the Settings button right here. Now you're going to click the Crop button and we're going to clean this up a little bit. Grabbing the corners, resize it to fit your document perfectly. If your document was taken on the side, don't forget to hit the Rotate button up at the top to put it in the right orientation for when you're using it in the Photos app. Now click the Done button. Our last step is to click the Share button in the lower left-hand corner here and click where it says Add to Album. It'll show your new album right up at the top. Simply clicking on it, and that document is easy to find anytime you need it. The last thing we want to do for this is come back into the Photos app and come into the section of collections that says Pinned. This is an easy place for you to save any album, any person, or any section of your photos. Clicking the Edit button on the right-hand corner will allow you to choose your new album. Scroll down to the bottom, select any collection or album, select your travel documents, and then using the lines on the right side, press and hold and put it in the proper position. Now, whenever you need any of those documents, all you have to do is open up your Photos app, click on Collections, and find your travel documents in the Pin section at the top, just like that. And easily and simply, you can capture any of your documents, whether it's a passport, a driver's license, a global entry card, or anything else, and put it right into your phone so that even though you can't put it into the wallet, you can find it quickly and easily on your phone anytime you need it. So that's what we've got on today's video, all about how to use the Apple Wallet. Keep your eyes open for future installments covering Apple Pay, Apple Cash, the Apple Card, loyalty cards, and more. If you haven't done it yet, hop over to the description or hit this QR code to download your free SmartGuide, which will make it easy for you to understand today's lesson with clear visuals and step-by-step directions. It's yours for free. I hope you learned a ton today, but remember, there's always more to learn. Check out this video over here for even more amazing Apple tips and tricks. I'm Dylan Stewart, the Mac Whisperer, and I'll see you in the comments.